Good morning, good afternoon, and a very warm welcome, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It is the end of the week. And look who is back. It is the man himself, the one and only Seropium.
Oh, are y'all ready for this? 3, 2, 1, kick it!
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh my
Hey.
God. Look at all the people run away now. Oh my God. I look like crap. What the hell is going on? Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in once again. Oh boy.
Good morning, good morning. Looking good. Lovely setup. That looks awesome.
Well, I figure it'd be nice for, well, because I enjoyed how it looked last time for our little Christmas Eve festivity. So
Yes.
why not just, enjoy the moment while we're here?
Absolutely, absolutely. Looks fantastic. Thank you once again for joining me. Much appreciated. But before we jump in and talk everything Skyrim related and mod related, let's say hello to everybody. We've got Dave G Sound. Good morning. We've got Larry. Good to see you. We've got Chris Wood. Always a pleasure. We've got Brandon the anime guy. Hello. Keely Chow. Roll Tide, Keely. Let's see. We've got the lovely Jennifer Sisko, my mod sister. Hello, honey. We've got the man himself, the Bash brother, Chris Persia. Good morning, Chris. We've got Psycho Dwarf 9. Great to see you. We've got SJ Almighty. Hello. We've got Archer Conan. Good afternoon. Let's see. I'm not missing anybody. We've got our favorite polar bear, Snorterpoopers. Hello. And
Hello.
hello. And we've got Dave Bob. Hello, Dave Bob. Let's see. Izaj Melody is in as well. I know I saw D-Bud Martin. Good morning, D-Bud. And Project Storytime, who was first and second today.
First and second. I saw that too. Nice one.
It did make me laugh. And good morning to Dadman Walking as well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And just quickly, a massive thank you and very warm welcome to Larry. He has joined the ranks and he is our newest berserker.
Woo!
Woo! Thank you, love. Good morning. Thank you. Much appreciated, guys. Always great to see you. Oh, we've got some more people. We've got Apollones. Hello, sweetheart. We've got, oops, it jumped on me. We've got Ren Zero and we've got Daryl the Derelict. Good morning, guys. So, we had a very fun show about this time last month. We were talking everything Skyrim and why it's such a great game. And we
And
kind
and why sometimes it's not such a great game.
exactly.
That's okay. Also, quick shout out to Ren Zero. Thank you for complimenting the beard. This is probably as long as it's going to get. This is what's left of my playoff beard, but since my season is over, this is going away soon. But thank you. I'm glad you like it. That's oddly flattering.
See, I think you should keep growing it and then kind of plait it and
Oh
put
God.
beads in and really go Viking. That would
I
look
don't know,
amazing.
but I figured, we're going into Nord territory today, so I'll keep it for the show. We'll see. We'll see. It's cold. Skyrim is a cold land. One must cover his face with hair. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just glad to be here. It's great to see you all again. I'm excited for this.
Me too. Chris Wood, Seropium, who is your team?
The Green Bay Fudge Packers.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
dear.
gonna throw that out there because I've heard that 8 billion times. So there we go. Yeah, embarrassing game. Embarrassing game. Just a horrible loss, but it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day.
I'm just gonna say commiserations because I know absolutely nothing about sports ball, but
Yeah, thank you.
that's
It's the
alright.
thought that counts.
It's, that's one way of looking at it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you, Brandon. Good to see you. Says but this one has more hours modding Skyrim than playing the freaking game. This one has a problem. This
These,
one needs more skooma.
oh, you know what? There's a mod for that too. There's
Yes, there is.
there's a mod where you can make your own skooma and deal it to the people of Skyrim. If you ever have an issue, guys, there's a mod for it. But we have a lot of ground to cover. One hour is not going to be enough, but we'll try to narrow this
Yes.
down to the best of the best here.
This is another one that might have to be a 2-parter or even 3-parter, but we will do our best. So, Skyrim, great game. When we first had it, we just played the base game and really enjoyed it, but it wasn't until they started allowing you to play mods on both PC and on console, which was a game changer for me, that the game really opened up. Now, I was looking at the Nexus, and there's something like 28,000 mods.
Oh, it's astronomical, and new mods are being added every single day, every minute of every day. It's kind of slowed down a little bit with the anniversary edition. But also, guys, quick point, I do want to throw this out as a disclaimer. Most of the mods, if not all of them, on my list, I don't think have been tested or verified with the anniversary edition. But if you're still like us normal people who choose to stick with Skyrim Special Edition, you're totally covered. No worries there.
Yes, we will be giving out recommendations. I think that was one of the things we talked about, wasn't it? Some of our favourite ones and some of the more bizarre ones that we've come across, I think, as well.
And maybe some of the ones you dim the lights down low for sexy time.
Yes, got a list of those as well.
I'll leave that one up to you. I can neither confirm nor deny that I may or may not have tried any of those in the past.
Just out of curiosity, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, just
absolutely.
to see if they work. Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta make sure, I mean, but hey, yeah. So, folks, we got a deep dive. Let's get into it here.
We do, and one of the ones that Brandon talks about is one of the ones that I was the first one that I picked. It is the Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This one needs a dragon to the face. Oh yeah.
There's something very special about just hearing it in the distance, snap into a Slim Jim, and then it lands, and then
it lands.
And then the full horror of the Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon is revealed.
Yeah, and to clarify, you are on console, yes?
Yes. Yeah. I have it on Xbox One. I may or may not be picking up the newest edition as well. But currently, that's the only one I have. I don't have the anniversary yet.
Yeah, that was, well, I mean, I originally played Skyrim on 360 when it came out. And when I got it for Xbox One, the special edition, oh my, did I pump the hours into that. And then when I got my new computer a few years ago now, Skyrim just happened to be on sale that day. So I figured that was a sign. And I kind of...
that was fortuitous.
Yeah, it was about 50% off, but... Yeah, so and you still use the Macho Man Randy Dragon mod, do you?
I do. I've kept it in my... I don't use it all the time, but I've kept it in the list just because it was one of the first ones that I found, and it just made me laugh so damn hard because I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not totally there for immersion, but yeah, it's just one of those things, especially since he's no longer with us for sentimental reasons. There's nothing wrong with having a Randy Dragon flying around every once in a while.
Exactly, and I don't think he would be annoyed to see that that's how he's been immortalized. I think he'd be quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, because it's reaching thousands of players every single day. I think some people may not even know what it is, and then maybe they'll go and look up who this guy was, and then they'll find his career, and they'll see what an incredible person he was.
He really was. He was a cool guy. And let me just say thank you to Psycho Dwarf. He sent us a $5 super chat. Thank you, sweetheart. It said, "Can't get my beard past the embarrassingly curly stage."
You and me both. Sometimes it does whatever it wants.
So when you first got the mods, what was your first thoughts? Do you think that this really kind of elevated the game? Were you excited, or were you a little bit dubious about adding them?
I was really looking forward to adding some mods, because I mean, when it first came out 10 years ago, I was watching all kinds of videos on, things you can add in. I'm like, oh, these look really cool. How do I get these? And then I find out they're for PC and everything. And I'm thinking, oh, crap, So I was always super excited about it. Not gonna lie, it was a little bit. Yeah, see, Rain Zero's on.
He's not wrong yet. Working on it, I promise. Saving the pennies. I will get there eventually.
Ultimate modding pleasure. When you're on console, you're kind of getting the good stuff there, but when you go PC, it's like, oh, what have I been missing? So anyway, long story short, yeah, I was completely excited about modding. Not gonna lie, a little bit overwhelmed when I started getting into it, trying to figure out what a load order was, how to, import properly and stuff.
Yes, that's always fun when you get the load order wrong and the game crashes. Yes.
Yeah. On Xbox, I was always the worst at that because everybody's saying, okay, put these together here, then put these together after that, and I'm thinking, I don't know what's what. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yes,
but
I think it got to the stage where they actually had to start putting on the mods. This goes here. Don't put anything above this, else your game's going to crash.
It can definitely be a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes I still don't know what the hell's going on. Like maybe, I mean, just a couple months ago, I updated 2 of my tree mods, and then my game just no longer worked. So I'm thinking, oh my god. So I had to go through my list and think, okay, now I need to patch this one out. This one needs to go here. Sometimes it's a dogfight. It's a low down, dirty dogfight. But once you finally get it working, you're thinking, okay, good. This is set for the next 3 months until I need to update something again, right? It's the dark side of modding. But sometimes if you're like me, once you get, even if you have a lot of mods, once you have them set, you like what you like.
Yes.
You're pretty much set and you're good to go.
Pretty much. And I would imagine a lot of people have a lot of the kind of base same mods. So it's the one. Let's have a look, see what I've got. Because I did pull up a list of the ones that I use mostly. So it's things like the Unofficial Skyrim patch edition, the enhanced textures, diverse dragon collection, quality world map, which makes a big difference, so you can actually see what you're looking at.
I have the one that actually has hand-drawn roads and everything too, so you can see exactly where you're supposed to go. Yeah, there's multiple editions. Right off the bat, guys, if you're new to modding or you haven't done it yet, or you're thinking about getting into it, the Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch is your number one. That is the one you get first, without a doubt.
Yes.
The only problem is if you like the exploits and the little bugs and glitches that are in the vanilla experience, just stick to the vanilla experience, because the Unofficial patch is going to just hammer that into oblivion, no pun intended. And I'm sure, but I mean, it fixes thousands of bugs, quests, all sorts of things. And matter of fact, there's actually quite a few mods on my list that require the patch to work properly. So just keep that in mind. So it should be the first one you go after for sure.
Yes, I found a lot of that because it's been proven to be so useful. A lot of mods have kind of incorporated that into when they make the mods. It's definitely your kind of go-to. That's your number one if you're going to pick one. And it really does make the game enhance it. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. And then you can go on to the silly mods.
That's when then you can start getting into the crazy stuff. I do apologize to the chat if I miss anything someone says, because I've got multiple things going on just to keep track of the mod list I have here. So we're trying our best here. Things are a little bit crazy this morning.
Absolutely. And Brandon chimes in. Thank you, Brandon. He says Thomas the Tank Engine. Choo choo.
I will never forget the first time I saw it. What in oblivion is that? Choo choo. And there he comes. Oh my god. There's some crazy things out there. You mentioned the diverse dragons collection, guys.
Yes.
They make dragons look better. And they put in some really creative dragons in the game.
They really do. I mean, Skyrim has some really nicely designed dragons anyway, just in the vanilla game. But just to have, I think they added like 30 plus new
Yeah.
designs of dragons, and you never know what's going to turn up, and it's great.
Yeah, it is great. I mean, I remember when I first installed that, I actually just got hooked on hunting dragons everywhere. I thought because I'd finished the main story again for the 40 billionth time, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna be a dragon hunter. So I would go to all the shrines, and I absolutely loved it.
It is great. I love it. I've got to admit, Book of Soul Assassin says, I remember playing an AVP mod that was fun, Predator Dovahkiin, and Xenomorph Dragons.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine the chaos that was happening there. Wow.
And Brandon, thank you again, honey. He says 32-bit Skyrim modding has most, but on modern machines is shaky. Special edition has grown massively. Once you have a mod done, do not change it. Yes, that is really good advice, because mods have a tendency to disappear as well.
Yeah, so once you get them, just hang on to them.
Yes, especially if it's one that you like, or if it's one that you think might be a little bit too risque that they've managed to slip past.
Yeah, if you're on PC though, you're safe. Like those mods aren't going anywhere. Also, I will mention every mod on my list is straight off the Nexus. I do not have any Lovers Lab mods on here. These are all just they're the title should speak for itself. For those of you that know, you know, but these are all straight up Nexus mods. I have not gone to any.
They're all legit. It's fine.
Yeah, I haven't got any of those kinky things kicking around here.
Project Storytime says, do you ever use the Thor mod? I haven't used the Thor mod. The one that I did find that really made me smile, there was a Legacy of Kain mod where you could add Raziel into the game, and that was awesome. So I've kept that.
Oh my. Guy, I'm still going through my mod list. There's too many to keep track of. Like I was trying to organize them by category, but I can't even do that. Holy crap.
No, it's weird. It's like you say, I now was trying to think, well, what's the best way that we could do this? Could we do a top 10? And then I thought that's too restrictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
well, it's not... I will throw this one out here, because this is one I never ever play without. If you like having followers, because everybody loves Lydia, everybody loves blowing her off hierarchy. if you love having followers, I always use amazing follower tweaks. The one I have is actually called Immersive Amazing Follower Tweaks. It's essentially the same thing. There's just a couple extra options thrown in here and there. But Amazing Follower Tweaks totally fixes followers. It makes them more reliable. They die less often. Actually, Immersive Amazing Follower Tweaks, you can actually set the frequency of how often they might die, anywhere from 0% to 100%. But it's just the can I get another Randy Savage? I think he wants you to do that one.
Shellback, thank you, sweetheart. And can I get another Randy Savage? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She does it better. Yeah. Also, so Amazing Follower Tweaks also lets you actually have multiple followers. I don't recommend carrying 20 around with you at a time, because that's going to make things crazy. But it does so many little things that just make the game so much more easier to deal with. Like, for example, y'all know how followers can get lost or left behind.
Yep. That's how the first one left.
Yeah. So anytime you get too far away, as soon as you draw your weapon, your followers are right there. They just snap to you. Yeah,
nice.
and you can set their carry weight, you can customize their outfits. It's absolutely essential for me. Do not play without it.
And these immersive ones, they do make a huge difference. You talk about the followers, but even the immersive citizens mod that overhauls the AI of the NPCs and makes them a lot smarter.
Yeah.
So they're not running into burning buildings or dragons or
Yeah, they'll even run inside when it starts raining and things like that. It's like,
just
wow,
standing there.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, so many good ones. What else do I have here? There's too many to go through. Oh my
One
goodness.
that was just mentioned and one that I really use is the one that overhauls the horses. So not just
Yeah.
the look of them, but the actual their intelligence as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big deal. And I'm
Sorry,
trying
I
to
was I was just wondering where we are. We're approaching Whiterun right now. Halt!
nice.
City's closed with the dragons about.
Is
Official
this
business only.
is this one of those ones that goes on for about 11 hours where they walk across the entire map?
Yeah, folks,
Yeah,
this is a 12-hour walk across Skyrim.
I love those.
Yeah, they're great. They're absolutely great.
They are. They're surprisingly relaxing. You can
Oh,
just
they
put it
they
on.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. So what else do I have here? There's so many. I mentioned this to Purple last time. I do have a bodybuilder, typically used for females. It's Caliente's
Mhm.
beautiful body enhancer.
Yes, I use
This,
that one also.
yeah,
Yes.
I use this in addition to total character makeover and a whole. Oh, what's it called? I don't even. Bijin. I don't know. Bijin. I don't even know how you pronounce that, but he overhauls a lot of the female characters, like your war maidens, your NPCs, the women you can marry. I got texture tweaks and stuff for males too. Don't get me wrong, because I'm all about
Yes.
equality here.
Same
Um,
same here. Yes.
yeah, but the body enhancer is great for me because it allows me to build different bodies for the different characters, so not everyone's looking the same. Like my house Carls and my followers, they're a little more buff because they're bashing the shields and everything, and regular NPCs, tilling the land, they're a little more slender, not studly and buff like everybody. So it's great if you want variety like that, which I do. I love having variety because it's more immersive that way, obviously.
It is, yes. I think the other one that I've used is Better Females. I think it's by Bella,
Hmm.
which was a really good one. It really overhauls the look and the hair, especially because it's quite lacking
Yeah.
in the vanilla game for a
Yeah.
lot of the female characters.
Yeah. Ren Zero asking, do people play male characters in Skyrim? You know what? I only ever play male characters in Skyrim.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I flip back and forth. I've got multiple characters. I play
Hmm.
guys and girls, and I have an Argonian, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Book of Soul Assassin. I'm glad you brought this up because there's a few that we have on there. One I use. I'm rambling again. I'm sorry, guys.
No, go.
One of the things I use is the rustic clothing overhaul. This
Hmm.
this gives everything, all your clothing, like your farm clothes, your village clothes, all that kind of stuff. Anything clothing, it enhances the textures. So if you zoom in, you see like thread counts and stitching. It just makes everything look a lot better. The other one I use is Book of Silence. This one actually just got ported over to special edition several months ago because you used to only be able to get it on the standard edition, and
Hmm.
and you'd have to manually install that into your folders on special edition. But yeah, recently ported over. This does the same thing for clothing. It gives everything a nice fresh coat of paint. It makes them look more realistic. Your ebony is darker, your iron looks like iron, steel like steel, and everything. So it's a really nice overhaul. It doesn't alter the appearance in any way other than making them look more realistic. That's pretty much it.
Yes, and I love that sort of thing because we've got a lot of there's a lot of variation that you can get, added new armors, but for them to enhance the actual in-game armor, that's a really
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I love that. And again, a big thank you to Brandon. He says, I'm going to use the Dark Lady Lexus LOTDSE guide for ultimate modding. It will take a week or more to get it working, but it's a great guide.
Time well invested, I'd say.
I think so,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We were talking about NPCs and followers, and one of the most famous followers, I think one that will pop up as soon as you open the Nexus, is Indigo. Have you ever
Mm,
used him?
I used him on Xbox One. I haven't used him on PC yet because I was waiting for kind of an ideal playthrough to try that out on, one where you can pick him up and just carry him through the whole thing, right? So I'm still waiting to do that, but what an outstanding effort that was.
It was incredible. Not just the way the character looks, but the depth that they gave the character, and he is actually very, very funny. They really put some effort into giving this Khajiit personality.
I appear to be carrying some skooma. Is this a test, my friend? It's like, oh yeah, just how self-aware he was. It was just so great, and the backstory there, and the little book that he carries with him, and the mystery of where he came from too. I mean, talk about a passion project that really paid off. That was unbelievable.
It really was, and it's one that I think it's always been listed as like one of the highest regarded mods for a good reason, because of how much work they put into this. So if you're a first time player and you don't have a favorite follower, give Indigo a try. He really is worth it.
Yep. He's absolutely worth it. Absolutely.
And hello to Campo. He says, good old Skyrim mods brings me back.
It certainly does, doesn't it? So, real quick, I'm just going to hammer off a few here for visual and graphics overhauls. Another one I use that's vitally essential. Everything on my list is essential. Like, I don't play without it. Ooh, what's going on there? Female only. One of the blessings makes it so you're better in combat against the opposite sex. You encounter more dudes. Isn't that so true, right? Oh my God. That's crazy. So real quick, so again, all these are essential. They are never not on my mod list at all. Enhanced lights and effects. This drastically changes the environment. It makes it so much more lifelike. Your caves are darker, your interiors are more, lit by candlelight and things like that. It's absolutely wonderful, guys. Check your patches. You do need some patches for this too. Also, enhanced textures, detail, UV tweaks. This kind of coincides with enhanced lights and effects. They kind of work in tandem together. Also, the other one that I love is enhanced blood textures. This gives it a nice, proper shade of blood. It makes it a little more. You can set how much blood you want when you hack and slash and stuff, but it makes it look more like blood. The splatters are more effective, and it's more immersive. If you want to make a mess, you can make a mess. Fat Steven, I see you, Fat Steven. Don't think I'm not coming after you at some point. You will never live it down, my friend. You know what? That's why I love you. Keep it up. So are there any other mods off the top of your head that are absolutely must have?
Yes, indeed. And one that Archie Collin has actually brought up. He says one that I would have been able to like to try is the alternate start, where every Elder Scrolls game starts you with as a prisoner. Yes, getting to be able to skip past that intro.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing that up, because I can't believe I almost forgot that. I know it's absolutely crazy. Absolute must have. Even though I like it's always there. I use it on every single playthrough. Even though I always end up doing the main quest with it anyway, it's nice to have those options.
It is, yeah. And as much as I do love the game, it does get tedious repeating that one section again and again and again. And the fact that you can just skip it and choose your own life, absolutely. Yep, Ren Zero Alt Life mod is a must.
Yeah, and check out the addition to that too. It's live another life extensions or something like that. It throws in, I think, like 8 to 10 more starting options for you. Definitely worth it if you want a little bit more variety.
It is indeed.
They have options in there where you could say you were attacked by a vampire and you awaken as a vampire in a random crypt or one of your choosing. You could be a traveling merchant wandering through Skyrim. You could be a Dwemer explorer. You could be an alchemist out in the woods somewhere. It's unbelievable, guys. If you want to bypass all that crap and literally live your own life, absolutely must have.
And you wouldn't think it made such a big difference, but being able to kind of really be your own character and have that level of immersion, even though the rest of the game plays out the same.
Mm-hmm.
It made a difference, or at least it did to me. It was a game changer.
Oh
No
yeah,
pun intended.
yeah, yeah. So because you guys can hop on the Nexus and just look at the top mods. Just go to
Hmm.
the top mods. They're all going to be there. So we can let's personalize this a little bit. We'll go with ones that we personally like to use.
Absolutely. I just say thank you to SJ Almighty. Thank you, sweetheart. I will check the message in a moment, but thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And good morning to Pops. Hey, good to see you. And
What
good
up,
morning
pops?
to Fat Stephen. Hey.
Yeah, I still got my eye on you, buddy.
And Mr. Buttcrack Media, thank you, sweetheart. He said, hello to the loveliest ginger purple Valkyrie. Good morning. Great to see you. So for me, the ones that you said were you must haves, absolutely agree. I love to use when I convenient horses, like I say. I
Mm,
use the horses a lot in game. I know a lot of people tend to use the fast travel, but I
yeah.
try to use that as little as possible
Now
because I find it more and more immersive.
yeah, so see, I'm not really a horse user in Skyrim, so I can't really. I've tried a couple of horse mods back on Xbox, but what does this mod do for your horses?
Let me pull it up because I did have it open a moment ago.
I mean, I'm assuming it makes them a little bit smarter, right,
It
or
does. It
something.
makes them smarter. It makes them. It makes the AI clever as well. Whoops. Let
Hmm.
me get the list because it's being weird. There we go. Okay. Um, no.
There's
Sorry,
that.
man. It
There's that
crashed.
little bit of awkward
There's
silence
that
that I
awkward
always like.
silence. It crashed on
Oh
it. There
yeah.
we go. Okay. So it's basically it scripts the horses with the AI follow. So if you dismount, the horses will follow you, so you don't have to run back 500 miles
Hmm.
to go get them. You can whistle and they will come to you.
Right.
Um, it overhauls the look of them. It adds more saddles, if I remember correctly, as well, and you can kind of bond with them as
Hmm.
well. It's for
So
anybody that uses the horses, it's a really good mod.
yeah, so it's kind of like you develop a relationship with your horses, and you start to earn their trust, or vice versa, things like that.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not
Yeah.
quite as in depth as that, but it does help. It makes basically them they're basically a follower in
Hmm.
horse mode, and it just
That's okay.
ups
Yeah.
the AI intelligence as well. Whereas
Right.
the vanilla horses, they're pretty damn stupid, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, really, they're just life insurance for when you just jump off a cliff somewhere, right? I mean, yeah. No, we've all been there. Um, One really quick that I have to throw out here,
Hmm.
because if you ever play on PC, and I'm sure those who have played on PC will totally understand this, the one mod I can, well, again, I can't play without any of these, but the one I highly recommend if you are on PC using a keyboard and mouse is better dialogue controls. Because if you fire that up for the first time and you do not have this mod, when you're hovering your mouse or you're using your keyboard to select a certain dialogue option and then you click it and it just suddenly skips up to the one above it or below and it totally screws your dialogue, you know how aggravating that is. So better dialogue controls makes it so the option you are highlighted on is the one that actually gets selected. I cannot tell you how aggravating that can become. So if you guys haven't got that on your list and you're fighting with that problem, get yourself that one. Your problems will be solved.
Absolutely. One that I would also recommend for just because it looks pretty and for the level of immersion would be Climates of Tamriel.
Oh, how beautiful.
It
Hmm.
enhances the weather effects, the lighting effects, gives an audio overhaul. So
Mm.
if it's thunder and lightning, you really hear the thunder.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
it's
I it's like an all-in-one environmental overhaul kind of thing.
It is, and I would say that's probably the best. Now, there's a lot of them, but this one
Mhm.
kind of covers everything. So if you're going to just go for one, I would just say use Climate to Tamriel, and it'll pretty much
Yeah.
do everything you need.
Oh,
That and the
absolutely.
enhanced graphics from the previous ones that we've talked about, and it really, really gives new life to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I use the Vivid Weathers one. I've tried pretty much every one of them, but I always ended up going back to Vivid Weathers just because all the other environmental mods I have just kind of work together with it.
Hmm.
So I use Vivid Weathers, and the other thing I have is the Immersive Sounds Compendium, which overhauls everything. It overhauls everything from the sounds your weapons make to your footsteps to all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are looking for a little more meaty experience in that department, that might be one for you. Your mace actually sounds like a mace when you hit things with it instead of everything sounding like a sword. But yeah, it's again, it's immersive. It's very immersive.
Yes, and there's a couple of other ones. I think they all pretty much do the same thing, but better facial animations
Mhm.
for NPCs as well. So they don't all have this exact same look on their face when you're interacting with them.
Yeah. Oh, we've all been there too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's some crazy NPCs out there. But hey, that's just the way it goes. That's the way it is. We all deal with it.
We were talking about we're talking about enhancing the forms of some of them. Do you have any kind of favorites? Because ones that I can think of, there is the FNIS sexy move, which if you've got the lady characters, they kind of sway their hips. It's a little bit more feminine when they walk, so they're not kind of all walking in step.
Yeah, we all know what's going on there. When they're standing there idly and they're just like, oh, download some physics mod to help your jiggle when appropriate.
Yes, jiggle physics are always impressive.
I do have the Fnis mod installed, but I use that in tandem with my XP32 maximum skeleton or whatever.
Hmm.
Those two basically give your characters and animations a bit more fluidity. It makes them work a lot better. As and I forget what else they do, but any type of animation mod you want to add in or something like that, it's going to probably require both those two mods to work properly. Um, so if you find that's something worth looking into, if you want your females to do some little sexy time things for you,
Yes.
you're gonna want to look into that. Let's just throw that out. Let's throw this out here. If you want to play with any sex mods, you're probably gonna need that installed too. Don't ask me how I know that. I just know that. But
It just
yeah,
makes sense. Yes.
jiggle physics, yes, please. And my God, believe me, guys and girls, there are a lot of physics options available out there.
Yes, there are. That's one of the I would say areas that the modders definitely excelled in.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
if
Oh
that
my.
is kind of where you would like to go and take your characters, no, we're not
Yeah.
judging. I've got
I'm
some
I'm
very
I'm not
sexy
judging at all.
characters.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, when I build my bodies, I make sure they're all naked if you strip them of their armor and goodies, because I just don't want to be staring at the same loincloths and gold bras every single time I raid a corpse.
Yes. And if you like, you can actually have them anatomically correct as well.
Yes.
Hmm.
I've seen plenty of bandit dongs in my day, so yeah. 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 So to veer back on the PG road for a second,
Uh-huh.
the other one I really like using. I'm not big into smithing. I do enjoy it, but if you're like me and you've played through vanilla and you've done all this stuff, oh, you walked into a mess of fun. That's what you walked into. You walked into at a bar and took an arrow to the knee. If you guys are like me and you just can't be excited about grinding out your smithing skill again just to start crafting all the best shit, the other one I really recommend is ours Metallica smithing enhancement.
Hmm.
This makes smithing a lot less grindy because it makes everything you do related to smithing increase your smithing skill. Whether it's mining ore from rocks, that increases your smithing skill, tanning leather, making leather strips, everything you do increases your smithing skill. And it also allows you to take crafted weapons and some gear and stuff like that and actually re-break them down in the smelter, which also increases your smithing skill. So if you want to kick it old school and smith 2,000 daggers, you can do that and then throw them back in the smelter, break them down, and then lather, rinse, repeat.
And keep going. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is one of the ones that actually makes a lot more sense, because, you know, if you think of it as a profession, everything you do works towards, you know, getting more smithing.
Yeah, it makes it a lot less grindy. It's wonderful, guys. Just take my word for it. Also, a quick tip for those of you who may not have known this, not saying you don't know it. If you hold a pickaxe in your hand, just swing the axe in front of ore and you'll actually mine the rock. You don't have to stand there and watch that horrible animation.
Clink.
Just dual equip some pickaxes and just go ape shit on the thing. You'll get your ore 10 times faster. Yes, for those of you who don't know, now you know.
Since we're talking weapons, have you ever used things like unique weapons where they open up a whole plethora of designs and weapons that you don't have in the vanilla game?
Yes. Off the top, I do love enchanting my weapons. I do love owning enchanted weapons, but I'm not really a fan of them glowing all the time. So the mod I use for that is simply called No More Glowing Weapons. It just takes the glow off so you can stare at the weapon itself without having to worry about, you know, all that kind of crap. But I'm trying to find it on my list here because I've actually got quite a few.
Whilst you're doing that, let me just share a meme that
oh boy, I'm all for a good meme here. How far must we take the memes?
There we go. So,
oh, you son of a bitch!
You got something for me?
Ladies and gentlemen, never have I been a meme before, but I could not have chosen a better one to be a part of.
It's a beautiful thing.
I want a copy of that. Fat Steven, you send that to me. Holy shit, I'm going to plaster that all over everything I own. Oh my God, that is gold.
I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
You know what? Just because of that, all is forgiven. Oh, you and I, we're now besties again. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of that. Holy crap. Oh God, where was I? So the Daedric weapons that I love using, and even some of them that I don't use. There's a modder out there by the name of Savren X. It's Savrenx. He does he's made a lot of character overhauls, but the one thing he specializes in is weapon design overhauls. I wouldn't say overhaul, they're more of a retexture, but it takes the stock enchant or Daedric artifacts and some weapons and stuff like that, and it gives them again a fresh coat of paint, and it makes them stand out so much more. You know, like one of my favorites, because I know you and I both like the Mace of Molag Bal.
Oh yes.
And one of the textures I have is, I believe it's called, what is it called? It's right. Yeah, it's called the Black Chrome Molag Mace. And it looks exactly as it sounds. It makes it a lot more shiny. It's got chrome kind of highlights on it, but it just makes it look so beautiful. So he's got a whole list of weapon designs, so you can even pick and choose which one you want to use. You don't have to do all of them, but they make the weapons look so much more gorgeous. Guys and girls, definitely worth a look if you're into that sort of thing.
It really does. And since we're talking weapons, I really love to use bows. That's one of my favorites. And they
Mm-hmm.
actually did scoped bows.
See, I've never tried that before.
I really liked it. It was a little bit finicky to get used to, but once you get the draw and realize,
Mm-hmm.
you've got a bow, but now you've got a sight on it.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I didn't know I could do this. That sounds amazing, though. I mean, I've seen screenshots and everything of it, but I've never actually tried it myself, which is funny because I play
really
with bows
enjoyed it.
all the time. But yeah, hey, well, it's got Purple's recommendation, so y'all check it out if you're into that sort of thing. If you want to get your quick 360 no scope with your archery skill,
Pretty much, yes. You want to take a dragon out from the other side of the map?
yeah, you can do it now. You can absolutely do it. Oh my.
I think the one that I used as well is the Lord of the Rings collection. I think it's
Oh.
Ishmael, Lord of the Rings weapons collection, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And it's got everything. Again, it has Legolas's bow as well, but it's got
Wonderful.
Sauron's mace. It's got Glamdring. It's got all of these, and it's one that I think it was in my first playthrough that I found it, and I loved it so much I kept it in the list ever after.
Mm-hmm. One of those, yeah, it's never going away kind of thing. Did you mod your game the very first time you played through, or was that vanilla?
It was vanilla the first time I played through. The first couple of times I played through, I just played the base game. It wasn't until I realised how much a difference that the mods make to the game that I really kind of went crazy and overdid it, crashed the game, and then had to sit down and actually read what each of these do and where you're supposed to put them.
Oh, yeah, it's a little sketchy like that, but while we're talking Daedric, here's this is one that actually just popped on my mod list a couple months ago, and it's called Daedric Reaper. And it's an armor mod, and Purple, just for you, there is a female version if you'd like that, and it doesn't leave much to the imagination, but it's still lore friendly. It basically takes the Daedric armor and it gives it a different look. Like you can have different color variations and whatnot, but it gives it a very nice kind of silvery highlight to it, kind of like chrome, I guess. But you can also you can have a hood with it. And it's still completely lore friendly because it's pretty much the same shape, but it just makes you look like an absolute badass. And when you're like me playing with the hood on, there's also a faceless version, so you could look like the Grim Reaper himself, which is pretty cool. But it's such a cool armor set, guys. It was new to me as of a few months ago.
Wow, one of my characters plays in a chainmail bikini, so
you can have some of that. There's nothing wrong. You telling me the Nords didn't make and use chainmail? Come on, give me a break.
Exactly.
And with this mod, you can actually craft a Daedric sword that actually swings faster than your standard Daedric sword. So yeah. If you're looking for something Daedric to try, maybe a little bit new, then go give that one a shot. It looks beautiful.
Yes,
male and female.
Male and female.
Because I had Serrano wear the female version.
I bet you did.
Oh yeah.
What's the one that upgraded the look of the dragon armor as well, if I remember correctly? Because I like the dragon armor, but it's very clunky and ugly looking.
Yeah. There's probably several 100,000 mods for that. Bikini Armor is its own mod. Yeah, there you
yes,
go.
it is.
Gee, which one? There's like 40 billion of those things too. I know Book of Silence retextures a lot of the dragon armor. The other one, now that I think of it, is the Immersive Armors mod. I think it's just called Immersive Armors, and it gives you so much more options when you want to customize your armor and stuff. That, like the dragon armor, for example, there's one you can craft a set called Dragon Ebon Steel, which is pretty much dragon bone and ebony, so there's like black pieces on it or whatever, and you get a lot more like helmet variations and stuff. And yeah, so if you're looking to spice your collection up, but not straying too far from what you currently like, there's always options out there.
That's one of the things I was going to ask you. Let me just say thank you to Brandon again. He says, I typically go with male Nord, two-handed weapon, either light armor or heavy, who also heals and sneaks. So basically become a paladin assassin. Skull!
Yeah. Whoa. Isn't that funny? Everybody starts their Skyrim playthrough. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna wield a two-handed weapon. Then what do we all do? We end up maxing out our sneak skill using bows.
Yes.
It always ends the same way.
Or you keep on the fire in one hand and a sword in the other.
Yeah. Hey,
Or heal. Yeah.
I tell you what, guys, you want to wield a sword in one hand and a spell in the other? Get yourself the Daedric Reaper armor. Oh, you're gonna look, you could badass approved, 100%. Not that I'm here to sponsor anything or give my stamp of approval, but man,
just recommendations.
Yeah, just go with it. Just go with it. Also, someone mentioned the Thieves Guild. I do have some mods that make the Thieves Guild a hell of a lot less grindy.
Yes, I'd like the Thieves Guild, but it is a long.
Yeah. I have a mod. It's called Opulent Thieves Guild, which as you upgrade the Thieves Guild, it overhauls the entire Ragged Flagon and the Cistern and everything like that. Makes it a lot more beautiful to look at. I also have Thieves Guild Armor Replacer, which just gives them a new coat of paint, ups the resolution textures and stuff like that. And I also have a set of Nightingale armor. I forget exactly what it was called, but it's just called, oh, here it is. Zero Frost Mythical Armors and Dragon Nightingale.
I know that one. Yes.
Yeah, I have a couple of those, and the one I really love is the Nightingale Prime armor. Because guys, under the right lighting, you look like Batman would look at you and go, "Damn!" Yeah, and anything you like, guys, there's a mod for it. I promise you that.
There is. I think we mentioned at the beginning there is a ridiculous amount of mods. If you can think of it, it probably exists. Now, whether or not it works, that is debatable, or whether it works with what your setup, you'd have to check. But it will certainly be out there. One of the ones that I use, it doesn't really enhance the gameplay at all, but it's one of Bellyache's, and it's the animal and creature pack, and it overhauls your the saber-toothed tigers, the wolves. Basically, it just makes the animals that you encounter, the deer, just look a lot better, a lot more realistic, which is nice.
Which is nice.
All the textures.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be surrounded by wildlife all over the place. That sounds like an absolute must-have if you like hunting animals or doing any of that.
And I do like the hunting aspect. I mean, it looks the same, obviously, once you've got the skins and things, but just seeing them in the world, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm just going through a couple of these that I think would work. We talked about the weather. We talked about the climate one. The other one is the vivid weather overhaul, which I think I've used in the past as well. Either the climate or the vivid weather is great for really kind of enhancing the look of the game. And if you want realistic snow, if you want realistic fog that just kind of rolls in and you can see it rolling in across the moors, or heavy rain, light rain. It does all that.
Brandon, the anime guy, you were on fire today. You were maxing out your destruction skill, my friend.
Yes, you are. A big thank you, honey. He says werewolves and vampire mods become unstoppable.
Yes. Also, oh my God, Brandon, calm down. Just calm down. You're up to like $45 freaking dollars here now. But yeah, real quick, I will throw this out, is the Scant vampire mod, which overhauls vampires in such a wonderful way. Never have I been so excited to become a vampire lord when Serrano gives me the good suck right where it counts. Yeah.
Yes, there is also the Sedutress Serrano,
Mm.
Seductress Serrano mod.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a Serrano dialogue
Mhm.
overhaul. Same one that
Mhm.
did like war maidens and NPCs and stuff like that. But the other thing I want to throw out there is the Serrano dialogue add-on. These two people that work on this mod have completely overhauled Serrano's dialogue. It doesn't overhaul the current dialogue that was in there in vanilla, but it adds on so much more. It gives her a much larger backstory. She comments on your environment and people much more often. If you guys are like me and your Serrano is your one true love, definitely go check that out because I'm sure you'll find something to enjoy with that.
If you're going to go completely out of the whole Skyrim one, I would also recommend the Magicka Sabres. If you've ever wanted to run around with
Ooh.
a lightsaber that looks like it belongs in Skyrim, you
That's
can
not
do.
immersive. It's totally not lore friendly.
It's
But
not
that's
real
okay.
friendly, but it's fun.
That's okay.
But at
It's
least
all about having fun.
at least they make the hilts of the lightsabers look like they belong in Skyrim. You get
Hmm.
the steel, and you get iron, and you get glass. So it's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, it is great. I've never used a lightsaber in Skyrim, but I can't say that doesn't look like a lot of fun. Also, well, I'm sorry, just while I saw it on my list here, and now I've just lost it because this thing keeps flopping all over the thing. Something to do with books. It was like a book cover redesign or whatever.
Yes, I remember that one. Yes, and if
Yeah,
you're one of those weird people like us that love to read all of the books.
yeah. I don't really read all of them that I buy. I just like to collect them. But yeah, there it is. Book cover Skyrim special edition. There's a couple options for the coloring that you can use, but that totally redesigns every single book in Skyrim with a handcrafted cover pertaining to what the book is actually about, including the lusty Argonian maid. If you'd
Yes.
like to see some Argonian cleavage, there's the mod for that. But this overhauls every single book in Skyrim, and it makes collecting books a lot more fun.
It does, yes. Especially like you say, if you're one of those ones that like to have your own house and you collect all of them, you put them up on the shelf, it does
Hmm.
make a big difference aesthetically.
Yes, absolutely. It makes them look so much better.
Since we're talking about collecting and houses and things, the one that I use is the Rich Merchants of Skyrim, which makes a
Oh,
massive difference if you're trying to sell stuff.
yeah, that is an absolute godsend. And Brandon, shut up already. Jeez.
Brandon, thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, Grandma Shirley in Skyrim. There's a mod for that too. You can now get the Skyrim grandma as a follower. She did voice that herself too.
She did.
Yes, she did. Oh, guys, if you guys haven't checked her out, go look up Shirley Curry because she plays Skyrim every day of her life. God bless that woman.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for all your super chats. I really, really appreciate that. And Shellback, did somebody say cleavage? Yes,
Yes, with
so
physics.
with Juggle.
Oh man, Purple knows more about that than I do, but yeah, it's out there, guys. It is
And,
out there.
and Brandon says she's supposed to be in Elder Scrolls 6. Well,
Yeah, I think
assuming we
they.
ever get Elder Scrolls 6, I think they're just going to release Skyrim again and again until the end of time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they face captured her for some type of NPC in that game or whatever because she
Hmm.
she was always concerned like she's getting up there in age. She figured, well, I don't know if I'll even be around by the time 6 comes out. So, yeah, they were
I know how
Bethesda
she
were
feels.
yeah, so they were nice enough to actually put her. I don't know what type of character she's going to be, but yeah, they
Mhm.
did face cap her for sure. So that
Oh,
was nice of them.
that's awesome. That's so sweet. Imagine having that as your legacy.
Yeah.
You're in an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, how cool would that be? Like oh, what's his name? He's the guy in Rorikstead. Eric the
Eric.
Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, bless that man too.
Yes. It's that Bethesda used to be pretty good about that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, now they're just good at, signing their souls away.
Yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
Back in the day when you still accepted them for who they were, and hey, bugs were just part of the experience. Like when a giant hits you and you skyrocket into the stratosphere. They
Still love that.
they actually patched that out. They fixed that, and fans started to complain that they wanted it back. So they took the patch away and put it back in the game.
I loved getting launched accidentally into space.
Because cat goes to space now, yes. Oh man, yeah, it's so much fun. So much fun. Especially to the unsuspecting ones who approach a giant camp for the first time and then they literally don't know what hit them.
The first time it happens, you'd never forget your first time.
Oh, I never forgot my first time. But yeah. Oh man. Do you have any more off the top of your head must play or something a little bit funny or WTF kind of out
For
there?
me, I like to have a home base. I don't tend to go with any of the ones that you can buy, in the vanilla game. But the Elysium Estate is the one that I use. It's a pretty decent sized house. It's all enclosed. There's a stable that you can put your horse in. It's really nicely set out. There's a basement level as well as the house itself, and it's right next to Whiterun, so it's
convenient, very convenient,
very convenient, and it's just probably one of the best player built houses that I've come across.
Yeah, I do love the player houses. The only one I use, I've got a couple Breeze Home overhauls because I don't know what it is. I just like living in Whiterun. Like everything's right there. I can walk out my door. The smithy is right there. The shop is right over there. So I have some Breeze Home overhauls. They don't really change the layout at all. They just make everything look better, a little more appropriate for a Thane of Whiterun, if you will. But yeah, I just like living in Whiterun. I don't know, but there's a lot of fantastic player homes out there. Absolutely.
There are, yeah, people really kind of put a lot of detail into it, and some of them are better than others, but that's my kind of go-to one. You were talking about some of the more weird ones, so obviously we talked about the Thomas the Tank Engine, we talked about Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
There is one that replaces all of the mud crabs, Zoidberg.
I have seen that one. And the one that replaces all the spiders with Spider-Man. I've seen that one too, and I gotta say, guys, even though it looks like Spider-Man, it's creepy as all hell. Even the Zoidberg crabs, they're friggin' freaky, man. Like it just makes them even more creepy because they're not supposed to look like that, but they do, and they're just all coming after you.
They do. There's also a posh version of the mud crabs where they've all got a little monocle and
little Oh my goodness.
It's stupid, but it's funny.
Yeah. Hey man, sometimes stupid is the best kind of funny. Yeah.
There's also the This is Sparta, which replaces the Fushtil Ra.
Fusroda. Yeah.
Yeah. That is very, very funny and never gets old, no matter how many times you use that shout.
Oh yeah, so some of the funny things you can do there. There's what is it? I don't think it's called Sonic. I think it's called Sanic, but it literally turns you into Sonic the Hedgehog, and anytime you walk, you're just going top speed, and it plays the goddamn music from the video game too. Oh my goodness! And then there's Arnord. It's a playable race. It literally looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it's called Arnord, and it uses that guard's voice with, it's like, oh, whatever. You'll know the voice.
I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
god.
The
one that you always hear in Whiterun.
Yeah, or the Dova Bear or
oh my god, Dover Bear. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, but there's also some very creative ones too, where you can play as like a Dremora Lord and stuff, complete with the red face and the horns and all that. But
yes, there's ones where you can be kind of like a hybrid dragon as well.
Yeah,
which was pretty fun.
It's
Somebody added the Wilhelm Scream.
Oh
So
God.
every time you kill somebody, that's what you hear.
There's even silly things like I never tried it, but there's also a mod out there where you'll get like a crowd laugh track every time you break a lock trying to, or you set off a trap or something like that. You'll get people laughing at you and crap like that. Yeah, it's like for every amazing immersive lore friendly mod out there, there's one that's just the complete opposite out there as well. It blows my mind.
And Brandon, thank you again. He says have to have the SKSE to run most of the back end stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's that too. That is kind of a pain in the butt, but they don't require an update very often, so that's kind of good for you. But yeah, the patch and all that kind of stuff, those are pretty much your trifecta or your quadrilogy of things you need to have in there.
And take care, Jennifer. Thank you, sweetheart. I hope you have a good weekend.
This one will drop a bottle of skooma later for you, yes?
Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to pull up a couple more. Some
I
of the
still
silly
can't get
ones.
over that meme that I'm in now.
As he sent it to you, that thing's epic.
Yeah, I do want a copy of that. Yeah. all credit to the creator there. That was absolute genius. But wow. You guys are an awesome crowd. Absolutely.
You talked about playing as vampires and werewolves. Which do you go towards? Because I've always done the werewolf, and there is one that enhances the look of the werewolf, so it gives it a tail. It makes you can change the color of them. My character has red hair, obviously.
Yeah.
So I run around and it's a ginger werewolf. It's just
So I'm picturing this werewolf-looking beast with like a red long-haired wig on. Is that somewhat accurate?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, good. The memes on Twitter. Holy crap! I'm on the internet now, guys. That's amazing. So you of the two kind of fantasy races there between werewolf and vampire, you're kind of a werewolf type of person.
I do. I always I've played both, but for the main playthrough, I always gravitate towards the werewolf character. I've always liked the companions.
Yeah, I do enjoy the companions too, but like I said in the previous Skyrim video we did, vanilla werewolves kind of suck. So I'm glad there are, like the Scant vampire mod. There's a werewolf version of that too. It makes werewolves much more fun to play. Me personally, though, I always kind of just side with the vampire. Like if I want to play like a high fantasy character like that, I usually lean towards a vampire, mainly because Serrano is a big portion of that. But if I'm not doing Dawn Guard or anything like that, I'll usually just be a straight up vanilla character of whatever race I want to play as. But if I end up doing Dawn Guard for some reason, I always end up becoming a vampire anyway. But I have done the companions several times. I did enjoy it. It's great for your first experience as part of a guild in Skyrim. But until that mod came out, vampires, yeah, they just weren't that great. Vampires and werewolves vanilla, they're kind of crap.
Yes, they were a bit lacking, but I do love that they've taken the time to really kind of enhance it, because if you're gonna have one or the other, you really want to be able to fully immerse yourself into it. And there is a ring as well, so you can turn, if you're wearing the ring, you can turn off the transformation of the werewolf, which is very useful.
The ring of Hersine.
Yes.
Well met, hunter. Yeah. Oh yeah. This one knows us, Lord. Brandon, shut up, man. Relax.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap, you were on fire. Destruction skill, level 100.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Brandon. He says, this one is installing Skyrim to mod. This one will show off mod list once done. This one, no system won't break.
PC Master Race for life.
Oh, I need to get a PC.
You don't have to, but if and when you get one, you're really getting the best that the mod community has to offer, and you will have much more ease of access to all of your non-PG mods out there, because all the
Yes.
filters are taken right the hell off. You put up all the boobies and dongs you want, and you will just have the time of your life.
And you can go to town on it, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
There is
I've
another
heard.
one,
I've
just
heard. I
just
don't
kind
know.
of skirting around that I wanted to mention.
It's a sex mod.
It's a 6 month.
It leaves stains all over the place.
Oh, Star Wars Theology, thank you, honey. He says, happy streaming, Purple. May the Force be with you. May the Force be with you as well, sweetheart. Always great to see you. Actually, the one that I was going to bring up was the Parthenax dilemma.
Oh,
Now, we love Parthenax. We don't like that he...
I love Dragon Mario. Love him.
Yes, love Dragon Mario, and I don't want to lose him. So that is a very useful mod where you can circumvent the way the game wants you to play, and you can keep Parthenax with you. Yeah.
Basically, guys, it allows you to tell Delphine to shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets you tell her Parthenax is staying alive. Deal with it. I'm Dragonborn. Don't F with me. And then she will say, okay.
Okay.
Well, she says more than that. But yeah, it's an absolute must-have if you want to look at your quest journal and not see the Parthenax dilemma, sitting up in there because you just refuse to kill him. So
yes,
yeah, that absolutely just brings closure to that whole portion.
It does, and I like Parthenax, and you can just kind of go back up the mountain, and you can still talk to him, and he's just a cool character.
Yeah, and if you're one of those creepy weirdos that actually like siding with the Blades in your game, you can keep Parthenax alive and still join the Blades. They won't be pissed off with you about that. So.
No, they're fine. Which you think they'd be more bothered about it, but no, you're Dragonborn.
But no, they're totally cool with it. It's like Dragon Mario stays. End of discussion. Okay.
Speaking of Mario, there is a mod where you can completely overhaul the look.
I'm sure there is. Why wouldn't there be?
And you can have Tamriel look exactly like it came out of a Super Mario game.
I must beat the Dragon King Koopa and save Princess. Save Princess Lydia. You know, it'd be really cool if there was a mod that if you do the Dawnguard quest line, it turns Volkihar Castle into Bowser's Castle.
Oh, that would be so cool.
With like lava in there and shit and all that kind of cool stuff. Yeah. Those of you that may not know what I'm talking about, Charles Martinet, I believe is his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's the same guy that voices Parthenax. He the voice of Super Mario. He's the same guy that voices Parthenax. So that's why a lot of us call him Dragon Mario. Or Party Snacks, if you want to get funny.
Party Snacks, absolutely.
Yes.
We love
same
Party
guy.
Snacks.
It's kind of unbelievable to think that the same guy that goes, "Oh, here we go, woohoo!" is the same guy that goes, "Greetings, Dovahkiin."
If I remember correctly, Party Snacks is actually the name of the mod to save him.
God. I'm sure it is.
And Brandon, yes, the Blades can stuff it. Save our dragons.
Yeah. No offense.
At least that one.
Yeah, no offense to any Blades fans out there, but I ain't joining the Blades. Mainly because the story goes nowhere. Like, you just become part of this guild and nothing happens.
It's weird, isn't it? I like the armor that you get. I think that's awesome.
The armor's gorgeous.
For that part, but it just kind of fizzles out and you're left wondering. Whereas the Thieves Guild just goes on and on and on.
And it doesn't stop. But I do enjoy playing the Thieves Guild on occasion because, like I said last time, I like to give back to the city of Riften and make it not so. Oh, that town is disgusting. Yeah.
Ren Zero, holy crap! That Super Mario mod looks amazing.
Woohoo! Fusroda! Here we go. Where's my brother Luigi? Oh, Lydia, she fell off for High Hrothgar again. See ya. Bye bye. Oh man. Anyone wants to hire me to do a Mario voice mod for something like that, go nuts. Woohoo! This is what happens when we don't have a script. We just have fun with all you guys.
We just do it live, absolutely.
I kind of want to try that Mario mod now just for the hell of it. Oh my. Oh, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Have you ever seen, since we're talking stupid mods, the Staff of Sweet Rolls? It's a bit like the Wabberjack, but everything you strike turns into a sweet roll.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't have enough sweet rolls in Skyrim, and let's face it, there's never enough sweet rolls. I guess that would be something worth doing. I don't really use Wabberjack that often, nor do I.
Don't. I find it kind of irritating, but
Yeah, but no offense to Wes Johnson, he is absolutely fantastic. I know he loves the Elder Scrolls universe. Yeah, Wabberjack's just not all that great, but hey, if it makes more sweet worlds for us, there's never enough to go around, so I'd be all for that. I don't even have any survival mods or anything like that, but anytime I see a sweet roll, I always take it and eat it.
yes.
I don't know what it is. Even if it means I have to steal it, I'm probably going to steal it and eat the sweet roll.
Somebody stole your sweet roll, and it was you.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. Yep. And when you go to bed, I'm stealing yours. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy fun mods out there.
There is. I think we might have to do a part 2 and really kind of do a top 10 if we can narrow it down that much.
I will tell you right now, I don't think I could narrow it down to a top 10. There's so many. I don't like what do you guys in chat want to see, provided you'd like to see me again? I don't know. I don't know why you would, but whatever. Where are we now? Oh, guys, we're approaching Riften. We're on our way to Riften, and there's a wolf. There's a wolf.
There's always a wolf on that road. It just
I think
it
we're gonna,
always hangs out there.
Yep. Oh look, don't show me your ass, you son of a bitch. What the nerve of that guy? Jeez, maybe there's a mod that overhauls that. What do you guys want to see next? Do you want to talk some old school stuff, or do you want us to continue our lovely mod rendition? I don't know, because I'm up for anything.
Yes, well, I love getting to talk games, you know that, and
yeah,
Zerokum is geeks. The best person to talk to when it comes to games.
I wouldn't say I'm the best, guys. It's just when you grow up with them for 38 years, I guess you just kind of have an affinity for it. I can talk other things, but I don't want to. I'm kidding. No, whatever you guys want to see, we'll do it, because I always say this, we've got plenty of material to work with.
Oh yes, absolutely. Might get to the point where we're going to have to be doing this more than once a month, I think.
Oh, don't piss your folks off. Come on, oh my God, we already put up with him on Mondays. For fuck's sake, I don't want any more. No. I'm not here to take over anything. I'm here to hang out with you guys and have a good time, and that's all this ever is.
Ren Zero says, always good to see you. Always want to see you again, Zero. You and Purple are a must watch. Thank you.
If I had a heart, it would be beating for you right now.
Brandon, thank you again. He says, modelless comparison and character show off.
Character show off. What would you like to see in a character show off?
As in what our characters look like, or the builds?
I could take some screenies for you.
Mm-hmm. I could do that.
Yeah, and we could share those. I could show you.
Or I could just get.
As long as they're PG, right?
Exactly. Or we could just do a playthrough if I pick it up on the PS4, the anniversary edition. We could just walk through and have a mess around with some of the mods.
I'll bet you'd like to mess around with some of the NPCs in there. I remember when Anniversary Edition came out, there was a meme going around, and it said like, now playing Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and it had the, like your option box come up, like become Dragonborn or go fishing. that was pretty much it. Ren Zero, to answer your question, I used to play a lot more MMO RPGs back in the day. Not so much anymore, because when I kind of toned those down a bit, I started playing a lot more single player stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened was, playing an MMO, a lot of them I just wasn't very good at, you know, or I might have been decent, but so many people were better than me. I was just kind of getting horribly outmatched, whether it was competitive in nature or not. And I actually started to miss the ability to just pick up a controller and just do things at my own pace, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just
Um,
play. Yep.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of MMOs out there these days that I would absolutely love. It's just I don't know if I could dedicate the time required to, be decently proficient at it.
I would agree with that, and I also
Mhm.
agree. Brandon says ESO is pretty good, but let's face it, it's no Skyrim.
Yeah, I loved ESO. I even
Mm-hmm.
bought
I
Blackwood
did.
when it was on sale for Black Friday, and I never got back into it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing anymore. Like, some of my add-ons, aka mods for that game, were horribly outdated, and I didn't know how to update them. And all my spec points were just reset, so I had to like go through all that again. My skill bar was all reset. So I'd probably have to start over again. But the time I did put into it, which was almost 90 hours, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. But no, it is no Skyrim.
It's not. It was ambitious, and I liked where they were going with it, but there was a lot of problems. And if you think
Mhm.
that the smithing and crafting in Skyrim is bad,
Oh
wait
God,
till you
yeah.
try it in ESO.
Yeah. You have to grind to train up your horse just to get slightly better run speed. But yeah, but the time I did spend with MMOs, I loved it. I loved playing WildStar. I was really sad to see that go. Um, Loki and I used to play the absolute hell out of Star Trek Online.
Hmm.
I still have several characters in there. I just haven't played it in quite some time. Loved ESO. Um, yeah, there were a lot of them, but yeah, I just kind of fell off with them a little bit because I just could not dedicate the time to it, you know.
Yes, and hello to Borpor. Good to see you. It says, does anyone remember an old school PC game called Stonekeep? It was the main reason why I started playing Elder Scrolls.
It sounds familiar. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. I mean, like I said, I've never been a huge PC player because I've never really been able to afford a decent PC. I've always
Yeah.
gone console, but it
Hmm.
sounds cool.
Yeah. If it's because I'm assuming it's kind of along the same lines or
Hmm.
something like that. With a title like that,
Oh yeah,
I have it.
absolutely.
I have some imagination.
And
Yeah.
Renzira says, yeah, can understand that they do consume time.
Yeah. I mean, if I had more time in my day, I would totally do it, but I still work nights. I've been working nights for almost 20 years. So I get home, do my thing, eat, shower, do all that. And then if I fired up an MMO, like 4 or 5 hours are going to go by and I'm not even going to know it. That happens when I play The Sims.
Yes.
Like hours, like, guys, my Sims 4 hours are starting to approach Skyrim numbers. So just think about that. Like, this is
That
becoming astronomical.
that would be an interesting comparison for the next time we talk.
Yeah, any
Compare
any
ours. Yes.
yeah, any Sims fans out there,
Hmm.
I'm with you on that one for life. But yeah, there's oh, Purple, we've got so much material.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
way too much.
Like you said, barely scratched the surface. So,
Yeah,
guys,
this wasn't even the tip. This wasn't even foreplay. This was just, hey, how's it going?
this is just yeah, an appetizer. I suppose would be the best way to put
Yeah,
it.
an aperitif déjeuner.
But I loved getting to do this. And hello to Gap Stargate. Good morning. Good to see you, Brandon. Just the tip. It's
Just the tip.
just the
No,
tip.
not even. We haven't even pulled the rubbers out of the box yet. We're not even getting there. This
So
we're not even an itch in someone's pants right now. Like, nothing's happening. This is all just, we're just shooting from the hip here.
So I think it's pretty much unanimous. I think we're going to have to do this again. Within
And again, and
and
again,
again.
and again.
In the next couple of weeks, I think
Sure.
would be a great thing if you would be willing, obviously.
Absolutely. And before
Awesome.
we go, where are we? We haven't even hit Riften yet.
Yep, still walking along that road.
I think Iverstead's coming up ahead there.
Have you passed the bandit tower?
I don't know. Is it the same goddamn wolf on the road up there? I don't know what's going on. I just want to pick him up and just ping Foos Road. Oh my god, he's got friends. Okay, apparently we're just gonna walk past the wolves. They don't give a shit at all. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Well, there's a monument up on the top of that mountain, but I don't know which one it is. Yeah. All right. Thank you for taking a walk through Skyrim with us, guys.
Absolutely.
I hope you all enjoyed.
And just let me say hello. We see Cam, and I say JP. Oh, let me start again. Hello to JPH1. Good to see you, sweetheart, as always.
How do you pronounce that? Is it JPH1? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
Sure, it is JPRPH1, but Purple gets it wrong all the damn time, so I apologize.
Okay. That's okay. They love you anyway.
But it is great to see you guys. A massive thank you to everybody who joined us today. Psychodros says, hell yes, absolutely.
I think that's Iverstead. I don't know for sure. Anyway, where's my Skyrim GPS? Is there a mod for that?
You know what? There is actually. Yes.
Yeah, they're also real quick. Sky UI overhauls your user interface, makes it a lot more friendly for PC players. Just want to throw that one out there. Yeah. There we go. Before I forget, we'll have to do this again because
I think so. I think what I'd like to do is if I pick the game up and you'd be winning, what we will do is we will start a new game. We will do a bunch of mods, and the chat can help us pick mods.
Snorter Poopus, is that you? There's a bear there. Oh, you guys are too much fun. I just real quick just want to say thank you all for putting up with me for an hour and a half now. I apologize for the overtime, but you guys are
this was fun. Thank you.
You're so much fun to hang out with. I love getting to hang out with you guys. It's been an absolute blast.
It has. A massive thank you to my awesome co-host, as always, Zeropium. Thank you.
Thank you, Purple, for having me again. Thank you, everybody.
Always a pleasure. Before we let everybody go and get on with their weekend, what have you got coming up?
Absolutely nothing. As always, you can catch me on 0 Hour on your Mornings of Mischief, live from the Radiation Chamber in Valhalla. Me and your host, Stone Loki, will be lighting it up and burning it down every Monday morning.
Absolutely.
And and whenever Purple and I get together again to do this, be sure to tune in and we'll have some good old party snacks fun.
And friend Zero says he wants a more length stream with you too.
You know what? Challenge accepted. It all depends if you guys have the time to devote to listening to us ramble for 7.5 hours. Because
yes,
I don't know about you, Purple, but I can do it.
I can do it. I think that would have to be a playthrough, though. That would have to be, we will start the game from the beginning. We will pick a bunch of mods and we will just do a really daft play.
Yeah, we're at the Villamere Inn, guys. I think we're gonna go check in for the night.
There we go. And big thank you to Cam. He says, oops, it skipped on me. He says, you're the best, Purple. Got a channel starting in 2 weeks. Nice. And having you as a guest would be a dream. It would be my honor, Cam. Just drop me a message and I will be there. Absolutely. So, guys, again, thank you to everybody who joined today. It was a lot of fun. I wanted to end the week on something just silly, and it was an absolute pleasure to get to do. A massive thank you to everybody who sent super chats today. To our new member, thank you, sweetheart, for joining. Look out for Zeropium back on Monday on Mornings of Mischief.
I don't want to drink right now. Piss off. I
Have
don't
a
want to hear
drink.
you play your lute. Skip. I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you all so very much. You guys are you're absolutely wonderful. I don't have enough words. If you want more praise, there's a mod for that too. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Purple, for having me on yet again. These are always such an absolute blast to take part in. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. You guys are just absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely. I will be joining Brandon tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think Daryl has a stream as well, so we've got a very busy weekend coming up. A massive thank you to Chris for being such an awesome moderator. Thank you, Chris, and a huge thank you as always to you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and take care of each other, I think is the best way to say. Bye, guys.
Next time we will share bottles of skooma, yes? Take care, everybody. Thank you again. Have a lovely day.